Building Bharat is a startup, right, which is focusing on, like, we saw a lot of gap in the ecosystem of art student who, like, any subject, be it sociology, political science, international relations, or any journalism, any other thing, right? So we want to be someone who is there as a companion to you people, to upskill you, right, to tell you people about the opportunities, to aware you, and to prepare you for the jobs, for the internships, for the opportunities which are solely meant for you people. That is our main goal, right? That is what we want to do, and that is what we are here for. For example, if there is any of the student from political science, right, now he is interested in, let's say, public policy, he is interested or she is interested in political consultancy or any domains, legislative, content writing, any domain, right? Then we are the people who will make the ecosystem aware about the opportunities, upskill the people who are in the part of the ecosystem, and then yes, we would, just give them the opportunities as well. So that is why, if you can visit our LinkedIn page of Building Bharat, and there we have posted a lot of opportunities, especially in terms of internships in the office of MPs and ministers. So if you are shortlisted, the LinkedIn appears to be somewhat attractive to us in terms of your skills and past experiences, then yes, we will consider you and you will be shortlisted for the interview round.
For the strategy internships, what sort of skills you are looking for?
We want someone who is very much aware of the things which are happening, plus very much aware of the arts colleges ecosystem, and has a structured thinking approach. So everything would be tested in the interview rounds.
Can we do this internships remotely, or
Yeah,
because
it is a remote opportunity, Maitri. It is a remote opportunity. Every intern we are
okay,
taking, it is a remote only. But yes, if you are
okay.
selected for the MP and minister, then internship, then you have to, like, it can be hybrid also, remote plus 2 days of joining office and all, or it can be fully remote, or it can be fully office. It depends on their requirements. Okay, that how you should build your resume, and why it is very important for you. And then as we have a platform, social media platform, which is for the professional ecosystem, so we will also cover that. How your LinkedIn should be prepared and how it should be made optimized, so that you can target more companies, and plus you are visible on the LinkedIn platform, right? So now this is the data in front of you, that 80% applicants are rejected at the resume stage in 10 seconds. So you can go on Internshala, you can go on LinkedIn, right? You can see that how many applicants have applied on that job, on that opportunity. So as a company, is it possible for everyone or for anyone to just go through all the resumes which are shortlisted, which are submitted at their portal? The answer is no. So they have a software, right, where they just they just feed it with some algorithm, and then it just shortlists the resumes based on the things which they want, right? So first of all, we should have a very tailored resume, right? First thing. Second, uh, the terms which are required for very internships, that should be there in your resume. For example, if I'm applying for, let's say, data science role, right, I'm just giving an example, then there should be a Python, there should be something related to machine learning, right? For example, let's say if I'm applying to a political consulting role, right, then there Excel should be there, right? There something related to case studies or something related to research should be there, something related to drafting part should be there, right? So that is something which you should take care of, right? So that is where resume is very important. Now if you are a very good candidate and you are having a very bad resume, right, you have not prepared it very well, then of course it will pose a lot of problem, and you will be rejected at a very initial stage. So many of the students, they come to us and then say that, I was rejected in these much opportunities. So you are not rejected in second stage or in third stage, you were rejected in the very first stage, or I can also say that you are not considered only, right? So that is why resume is very. Now you can see that profile summary is there, okay, education is there, skill is there, experience is there. But let first of all, let us start with the experience thing. Do you really feel that an interviewer is going to see all the experience, all the points which are listed in the experience section? The answer is no. Who is going to read all these 2 to 3 lines, 4 lines, and these hyperlinks? Who is going to click on those hyperlinks and then see whether the articles are good or right, or what you have done in the article part? Because for a interviewer, only 10 seconds, 20 seconds, he just just has a glimpse on the resume, and then they just decide, okay, we have to take it on. The experience section, a lot of clutter is there. In the skill section, a lot of things are being mentioned, right? Which some, like for example, professional skills, it is mentioned leadership, teamwork, operation management, critical thinking, right? And then in communication skill, proficient in verbal and written. Okay, it is good, but you know professional skills and communication skills or something like that, you have to use a proper term, so it can include everything around it. Everything around soft skills should be included in one technical term. Now when we see on the education part, then it is good, but it is also taking a lot of space, right? So in education section, a lot of space is being taken,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So that is also not good. I'm not able to just think whether it is resume or some newspaper article, right? Now the resume, if I'll go and invest some time in this resume for, let's say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then I can see, okay, the person who has submitted this resume is a very good person, is a very good student, she has done a lot of things. But for those 10 seconds, those 10 seconds of my view, I will think that, okay, I don't know that who the student is, but she or he has not very well presented whatever she has done. So for me, I would reject this resume in the very first 10 seconds. So this internship CSC, she has mentioned a lot and lot of points. In awards and honors, she has mentioned a lot of points, right? She hasn't mentioned the skills, she hasn't mentioned her education, she hasn't mentioned any of the projects she has done, right? So these are the things which go against your candidature. Now everyone hear it very, very carefully, because many of the people are doing this thing only. That I worked We will tell you. I worked as a researcher and content writer in my first year, which helped me upskill myself, improve my research skills. See, whenever we are informing someone for anything which is of subjective nature, then we have to include numbers in order to measure its efficiency. For example, if I say that I organized a fest in my department or in my college and it went very well, so it is something which is not, like, the other person is not able to measure, okay, whether I have done it correctly or not, whether I was able to organize the fest in a very beautiful way or not, in a very organized way or not, right? But if I say that I organized a fest in my department with the help of 20 plus people in my team. Second point, we were able to manage a crowd of 200 plus people. Third point, then like that, right? Right, 2 to 3 points like that, adding numbers. So that will add weightage to those subjective type of experiences. First thing. Second thing, it would look good. People can measure, okay, you have done something good. Yeah. See here also nothing is there. This student has defined or explained a lot of things, expected CGPAs. Is there any need? Do I need to know that what is your expected CGPA or semester CPA? No. Just mention the college name, university, the years of study, and then your the CPI. That's it. No need to mention some other things. Now see here in skill section, very badly presented. Leadership, then there is one border type of thing, then problem solving. Then there is a space between team building and MS Office. This doesn't looks good, right? Now detailed oriented, proactive political science graduate with a keen study in, if you have a keen study in public policy, if you have a keen interest in foreign policy, that should be evident in terms of projects on your resume, right? If I'm telling that I'm a software engineer, then I should have some of the technical projects on my resume. Nah, I am not able to find any project. And the experience section also, it looks very bad. Only two points, and a lot of space has been taken. I mean, who will see this resume? And that is why people get rejected. And then they claim that we are not able to get shortlisted and all. Now learning outcomes from previous resumes, no metrics, no outcomes, right? That only the thing. Quantification is important, as I said, that 500 plus students analyze 12 policies, right? Reduce the turnaround time by 30%. Or let's say if you have organized some fest and all, then you have to do some marketing activity, reached out to let's say 20 plus vendors, uh, raised a revenue of, let's say, 50,000 or 60,000 plus rupees, something like that. Lack of clarity, words were not correct, right? Good words should be used. Then formatting was bad. You also, so the flow was not good, right? Now let's see the resumes which are important. Okay, the first one. Now see here. This person is not from IIT or NIT, right? Just see how beautifully things are curated. See, experience, the term is given. Now from below research intern, it is their techno something like advises, right? So here she has mentioned what was her role. She was a research intern, where she worked, the company's name. Now what she did in 3 points, she has just mentioned it. Now she has also highlighted the things which she want the interviewer to know, right? If I want to know that I led a team of 14 people, right? And what I did, 170 plus Indian cities. So whatever numbers are there, she has highlighted them, right? So it just helps someone to, it just helps the candidate to grab the attention of the interviewer, that okay, she has done something, and that something is measured in numbers. Okay. Now, consulting intern, she, how beautifully she has done everything. Now, in the this part, she has also mentioned the date from Feb to March, from November to January, and all the years are also mentioned, right? So all these things you need to understand. Then in the education section also, just see how beautifully it is curated: degree, college name, CPI, and then the year. Nothing else. Nothing else. Now, what people do? Expected CPI, present CPI, CPI of uh, previous semester. All such kind of things are not at all something which should be mentioned, right? Only this much is required. Now, please go down. Hariom, yeah. Now, positions of responsibility. Now, see, okay, marketing director, 180 degrees consulting. This is a consulting thing. Now, led a marketing of Ignite 180, see Asia's largest. So she has highlighted the numbers. She has highlighted whatever she wants the interviewer to know. Now she wants the interviewer to know that she has something to do with Asia's largest UG consulting summit. She has drove 8,000 plus registrations, right? She has something to do with 86K plus non-followers. Profile visits she has increased by 403%. So all such kind of things should be there, right? So these things should be included. Now, just go down, Hariom, for the extracurricular activities. Now, see here, for the research project, she has mentioned analyze 15 plus academic papers, right? Certifications, okay, leave it. Competitions, she has also mentioned that finalist in here achieve first position, special prize in school and all, right? So something or the other thing is important. So now what we learned here, first of all, formatting is important. Second, what is important, writing those things in properly curated manner. For example, she has mentioned everything in single liners and 3 points, right? Single liners and 3 points. Then she has highlighted the points which she wants the interviewer to know, especially the numbers, especially the important terms, right? That Asia's largest UG consulting summit, right? Something like that, right? So she has also done something with DRDO and all. So there also she has highlighted it. So now let's go to the next resume. Yeah. Now here also a lot of points are there, but when you will go through this resume now, you will also understand that this guy has done a lot, right? So he has done these many internships, 4 internships he has done, and all like for some for 6 months, some for 3 to 4 months, right? So he has done a lot. Now the entrepreneurial experiences also there also, he has mentioned everything. Now the numbers are important. 1 lakh plus revenue, he has highlighted, right? Now he has taken part in inter IIT also, so he has also highlighted that only because the sport people in corporates, they are considered someone who are very good, because if you are playing sports, you know how to work in teams, you know how to lead a team and all, right? So all the communication or soft skills are just there. So that is why sport people are considered. So that is very much important. If you are in some of the other sports, then it is good to mention there, right? Next slide.
And guys, take the note. मतलब समझ रहे हो ना, जो what point दीपांकर is saying, just take a note. तो मतलब remind कर सकते हो, मतलब या maybe किसी को तुम बता सकते हो, तो that's a मतलब good skill. ठीक है?
First of all, what I would advise Shambhavi, that like, don't include your picture in the resume. Understood, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
use a different template. Okay. Now, so shorten this. Shorten this. Okay, you can include a summary, no problem in that, but try to shorten it. Nobody will read this much, right? So try to include a lot of points which you want the interviewer to know. For example, if you have some, let's say, achievements, right? If you have done some research in political science or something like that, or economics, people love the people of economics, or something related to political science research, then it is something worth writing here, right? Now, recognized for excellence in speaking, debate, creative writing at both college and inter-college levels. So see, this need not to be mentioned here, okay? Because all these things you are mentioning now, if you are mentioning it, let's say in terms in the under the heading of extracurricular activities, so there you are mentioning that you were part of any debate club or you were part of any lit club, literally club where all
Yeah.
debate things uh, are, are occurring. So that is something worth writing. So that will compensate for all these things you have written, and that will also look good. है ना? Now
Okay.
coming
Okay.
to your work experience, summer intern did intensive research on gender budgeting in Bihar and submitted a report at the institution as well as college. So if you have okay, if you have done a research on gender budgeting in Bihar, right? It is good.
Yeah.
It is then there is no need to mention that you have submitted the report at institution as well as in college. No, write some points there what you did in that budgeting, how much topics you have covered, or how much it was, how much areas are covered in which areas are covered which are under this gender budgeting, right? Something like that. Now
Okay.
learn about central and state. I don't need to know that you learned about central and state level budget allocation, right? What I want is that what you did there. So these things, if you are doing something in budgeting, of course you will learn something related to central and state level budget. Now, okay, then gained insight into various schemes and policies offered by the here in third point you can mention that I also worked on this policy name, scheme policy
Yeah.
name. Gained experience
Huh.
in ground level implementation of initiatives and policies introduced by government or leader. Okay, so here also you
Yeah.
can just say that I was like I'm just giving an example, worked on
Okay.
ground, connected to these much number of houses, or these much number of houses or families were impacted by my initiatives, or or any point is that key I helped in proper execution of government policies and initiatives on ground, affecting this much amount of people, affecting this much amount of family. So now what it is doing, it is first of all telling that okay, you have taken some initiative and executed it. Second, you have, though your initiative has also yielded some result, right? That is important.
Yeah.
Now, International Institute of SDGs and Public Policy Research did group research on, along with intensive field work, read and so on. The same thing here also, okay? The same thing here.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
here a lot of subjective things are being included, Shambhavi. So there you need to know that, a lot of technical terms should be used here related to this national education policy. What are the important points which you touched, right? How did you work?
Yeah.
What do you mean by
Huh.
intensive field work? So intensive field work is something na, where you do something and there are numbers associated with it. Write those numbers.
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
geopolitics of global south published flagship report on operation acha, okay, operation sindoor covering. So okay, okay, operation. Acha, it is going on. Okay, okay. I read
Yeah.
September 2024, so I thought that how Operation Sindoor is. Okay, okay, sorry. So published flagship report on Operation Sindoor covering counterterrorism, diplomacy, narrative warfare, psychological operations, drones, and non-conventional warfare, legal strategy, and media responses. Have been writing articles and social media content for the respective think tank. Pouring. Yeah, second point is not good. Okay, so write something
Okay.
different. Now skills, public speaker. Public speaking is a skill. Public speaker is a person. In-depth research, analytical skill. What analytical skills? Presentation skills include some PPT, Canva, something like that. Team collaboration, creative writing, communication, leadership. So see, a lot of things which you have mentioned here, Shambhavi, these are
Yeah.
subjective skills, right? Be it
Okay.
team collaboration, be it communication, leadership, right? So there you
Yeah.
need to mention something. Let's say you are a researcher, right, in gender
Mm.
budgeting, and so write something that something technical. You have written in-depth research, but some technical term in related to research and drafting, right? Documentation, there's something like that. Okay, just try to how much everyone include technical things. Don't be subjective because anyone can write anything. I can also write teamwork and
Huh.
keep on fighting with my team members, right? So technical
Yeah.
skills are required. Now you are doing BA, okay. Uh, Acha, you're graduated. Okay. So now are you doing masters or you're preparing for something?
No, I have taken drop, and this year I will apply for masters.
Understood, understood. Okay, great. So this was for like my suggestions on your resume. So now you can stop sharing. So was it did you learn something, Shambhavi? Was it worthy of everything?
Yes, yes, exactly. And with the top resumes which you showed, I could easily like relate and compare what is lacking
and your words were actually being practical, because I saw what that those top resumes had and what I did not have, and your words were also matching those resumes, so I could relate it. So yeah, that's true.
Yes.
It helped me a lot.
Yes, yes. And in start, Gavish was asking that what is building Bharat and all. This is building Bharat. Understood. And this is what we are doing. You people, the thing is now that you people are not aware of the opportunities. You people are not aware how to apply and when to apply. Everyone is great. Everyone here who is attending the meeting, I can understand what is the hunger of the opportunities and all, because I can totally relate with it. So that is what we want to do. We want actual value transfer to each and every person who is connected with us. Thank you, Shambhavi, for your time. Okay. So about an enthusiastic individual who gives it uh, all in the pursuit of his goals, passionate about international relations and their socio-economic implications in terms of gender and development. Okay, right now I will not comment on that, but because it is short and whole thing. Okay, now coming to skills, tools and technologies, audio editing, video editing. Okay, anchoring oration, leadership, problem solving. So see now see everybody here. The skill section, Gavish has specifically mentioned technical skills, right? Audio editing, video editing. So now if there is someone who is interested in international relations and he or she also knows something around the visual part, the presentation part, like audio editing, video editing, then he has mentioned PowerPoint presentation, Canva for designing, right? And he has also mentioned some social media. So I would be interested in that person, right? Because that is something where technical things are written. Okay, now education. See, Gavish, you have to work on the education part, right? Because it is very badly aligned, right? Hindu college is going somewhere else, course is going somewhere else, modules are left behind. Understood. Keep it in a very short, like, right? Understood. Make it short and crisp, right? Make it short and to the point. Certifications are important and sometimes do not important, right? So if you can just okay go down, then I will let you know. First of all, let me see whether your resume is prepared in the first in only single page or it is going above one page.
It is of 2 pages.
Two pages. Just go down, scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, this is the problem where this is where the problem lies. You've done a lot of things, right? So what my advice to you, Gavish, will be there now. Just delete this one additional work part, okay, and delete that the modules which you have mentioned in the education section, because you have done research and publication work, so that signifies and depicts your research aptitude and drafting skills. You no need to mention the modules and all, because first of all it is taking extra space. Second, the things which you have done more tangible. Okay.
Understood. Okay.
Ah, so delete that additional coursework and those modules. Come down. Now here, Indian foreign policy project research and publication intern. So here, see, write one point, Gavish. Wherever we are defining the internships, right? Try to make it single liner, right? Or if you have mentioned only a single point and it is two line, it is not looking good. But if you will just break it into 2 points or 3 points and write it in single liners, it will appear very beautiful. Understood?
So I'm supposed to be making multiple points.
Multiple points, but if not on the cost of the space, because always remember you are someone who has just graduated and might be doing masters or some preparation or some internship, right? Or some full-time work. So you have to have a one-pager resume only. Understood? So that is why you have to work on the space part. You have to see which points are important for me, or which points are not. If I'm deleting these points, they are not costing my candidature. Understood? Because if I am deleting additional coursework or modules, then I have research publications down on my resume, down part of my resume, right? So they will compensate for each and everything and they will overpower it. Understood? So people want to uh, see those things as an interviewer. Now go down. Now, whatever you have mentioned in single point and you have just given two lines there, don't do it. Ganesh. This is very bad. Just try to have single liners. Single liners. Everyone remember single liners, and don't have only single line like India Germany Youth Forum Global Youth India Secretary, right? So this Germany Youth Fellow, what you have written, na? So Germany, you can write, then youth something you can write, then just write it here. What you did there, okay, and then the year. No need to mention one single point and then take a lot of space, right? Here also it is taking space, here also it is taking space, and here also it is taking space. No need to do these much things. What you can do is that honors and achievements, some heading you can prepare. I'm just giving you an example, right? Honors and achievements, right? Okay, just you can write it. Then first point uh, was a, let's say, youth fellow at some conclave, right? Then some other point. So whatever you are writing in this much space. Now in these very space, you can just write here two more additional points. Are you understanding, Gavish, or not?
Yes.
पक्का ना, कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है, ज्यादा तो नहीं हो
नहीं
रहा है
नहीं
ना?
नहीं
हाँ,
नहीं नहीं.
great, 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 great. So, I will, Shivam. I'm sitting here for that only, right, at 10 p.m. at night. So I will come to you. Don't worry. So here, this much space is being taken. So just try to do that. Understood. But your resume is good. Okay, you have done some
Thank you.
India, Germany Youth Forum, Global Youth India, right? And then secretary at Global Youth India. Date. Now, Office of International Program. This. Then you can just write. So all these things are the part of extracurriculars, right? You can just write it there. Why to take so much space? And whatever you are having something, I will come. Whatever you are having something which is of value, you are writing that thing in the second page. That is not good, right? Now here you can write. You have written some about the conferences. Go down. Then publications. You did some publications also, right?
Yes, that's towards the end.
Go towards the end only. See, you need to mention all these things at the top, right? Research, publications, and projects. Like after the skill, like your summary, skills, education, then project and publication, then honors and achievements, then your extracurriculars and this volunteer activity. That's it. No need to mention and no need to go above one page. Understood, Gavish?
All right.
So Gavish, was it good feedback
Yes,
and all?
I did take notes, and thank you so much for the comprehensive review.
So Zia said, okay, profile, education, okay. IG. Okay, IGTW is a very good college actually. I was not knowing about it, but when I saw their placements and the companies visiting, then I was okay. Okay, so internships and training. Okay, so see, in internships and training, you have to do a lot of work, right? First of all, don't write the internships which are not of that value. Okay, so try to include one good internship and try to write 3 points, single liners, what you did, and those single liners should be around the technical frameworks, the languages, the libraries which you used, and what you built. And at last, you can just add. You can, or you can skip also. People write like this. I was talking about this. This is the internship section. Okay, Gia.
Okay.
So now this is the heading. I know the writing is bad. So now here you can just write data science intern. I'm just giving an example. Data science intern. Then company name can be here, or company name can be here, and single liners, and then 1 point people add of exposure to what, let's say Python, exposure to what, let's say OpenCV, exposure to what, TensorFlow, right? So the interviewer will know, na? Everyone I'm telling you, you just take this example and convert it for your fields. That if you are writing something for political science, for sociology, for journalism, the important technical skills should be mentioned. Then only the interview will think, now, okay, these people have learned something. This person knows something. Understood. So this thing can be, or you can just mention it here, okay, that using Python libraries, I built this, right? So anything can be done here, right? So this is for the internship section. So now in project section, it is very bad. It is very bad, right? Make it in pointers, make it under, like, write the technical terms, highlight those technical terms, है ना? And this should not be the approach. If you're adding 3 projects, for those 3 projects, write three points in each and include the technical terms as well. Now for the
Okay.
internship section, you can have two, like, see, if you have mentioned industrial robotics, how will I know that what you're doing in industrial robotics? If you have mentioned MERN stack development, okay, MERN stack is a stack, but what you have learned, it is very vast. What you have learned there, or what you know, I should know na, as an employer. Now in industrial intern, you just discard these internships, which are not of that value. Have a good internship, but one internship, but a very good internship. Same for the projects as well. 3 projects you have written, but in those 3 projects, define them in three points, single liners, and technical things should be presented there. Now skill you have mentioned at the last. you can just mention after your education, because skill I don't think that you should mention at last. Co-curricular activities can go at last, right? Now powertrain member, this thing you can, as your resumes of single liner, a single page only. So what I would suggest is that you can just try to add one point for your extracurricular. That will also look good, but it is okay if whatever I have said to you to improve, if that takes one page, then no need to define your co-curricular activities. Yeah, now if you can just delete though that summary part now, because no, first of all change the template only, understood? And when you change the template, try to include whatever points I have made, understood? And don't include the summary part. For engineering graduates, no need to include the summary part. Just include your skill, name, education, college, internship, projects.
Talking about the profile, right?
Yeah, this way summary profile, right? Okay.
Okay, okay.